Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Property Show. Kenya is at the edge of a new era of opportunity. Growth and development in the financing and construction sectors are changing the face of housing industry. Imagine finalizing your dream home in less than 3 months, or better yet, in just 45 days. Amazing. Each week, we introduce you to various real estate stakeholders, from developers, contractors, interior designers, to homeowners who will advise you on the do's and don'ts in the real estate sector. Today, everyone has a smartphone, but just imagine having a smart home. With innovative technology, your home can now turn on the lights before you enter a room, open the front door for your guests when you're away, plus much more. Find out how on the accessory spot. Did you know you can now build a home on your SACCO savings? Catch that on our home ownership segment. We'll also give you a sneak peek of a new roofing tile from MABATI rolling mills as we follow the upgrade of electricity and continue the highlights on the Orange hockey team. Stay tuned for all this and much more. And remember, there is something for everyone.
The Kenyan housing sector experiences a shortage of adequate houses to cater for all. This is soon becoming a thing of the past, with new innovative building technologies emerging in the market. The technologies range from simple to more complex designs. The construction industry has seen change from normal brick and mortar to the use of alternative building solutions that is affordable, available, and decent. For the pastoral communities, the use of biogas, eco-friendly toilets, and solar has changed the face of the manyatas. Indeed, alternative building technology is the future.
On our property pick of the week, we continue the conversation on alternative building solutions. Let's talk to one developer who has embraced this technology.
Hi Nancy.
How are you?
Very fine. Welcome to Casa Luxury Apartments.
Asante sana. Wow, what do you have here?
This is Casa Luxury Apartments. It's an exquisite, elegantly designed development targeting the middle class.
How many are they?
It's a phase development. So the current phase we have 20 units. That's 10 one-bedrooms and 10 two-bedrooms. But the whole project will be a total of 48 units.
And of course, now that you're using the alternative building technology,
yes.
Give us the pros and cons of using the technology.
It's been quite exciting actually working with this new technology. For me as a developer, I've noticed the time to market, the speed is really exceptional. This has basically taken us about 6 months of work. Yeah. And the cost savings due to we work with less labor, working at a shorter time. The building itself is lighter, so it requires lesser reinforcements. And the foundation also, you actually get to make savings. So as a developer, this will really be something that one should want to look at.
And are you passing the savings to the end user?
Okay. In fact, for us on this project, we've noticed that we've actually made a saving of about 25% on the project costs. And for us, what we've decided to do was to actually pass that to the end user by the level of finish. So if you look at, and I'll take you through this, if you look at the level of finish for this, these are actually luxury finishes. So we're able to provide the luxury finishes on this still at a very affordable price.
Yes. So you brought us Kilimani and Lavington in the heart of Rongai.
Exactly. In fact, we have redefined the standards of Rongai using these projects, and all that using the alternate building technology.
Good. Phase 2, are you still going to use the technology?
Yes. I don't think as a developer I will touch stone. Wow. I am sold to this technology, and this is the future of building technology in Kenya. Now, this is our La Casa lounge. If you look at that, it's very spacious. If you look at the kind
of lights.
Oh yes, the large window with natural lighting, the wrought iron curtain rods, and below there we have a mahogany wooden windowsill. Look at the kind of finishes we have provided in this unit, the electrical finishes. We have ample sockets all around the room. These units are actually internet ready because we have an internet port, and we also have a central DSTV and aerial. So if you just look at that, how well this really looks. That leads to the balcony. If you look at this space, it's really somewhere one would want to call home.
Yeah. What about the weather?
It's actually true. In fact, you'll notice right from when you walk in, this room is actually feeling very cool. This technology is actually thermally insulated. In fact, the only heat coming in is what is probably coming through the windows and the doors. So this, when it's very hot outside, will remain very cool. And also when it's very cold outside, the same is actually not transferred inside the room. So this is a very comfortable unit because of this technology.
And how are the sales going? Are people embracing this technology, or is it very hard for you to sell?
No, in fact, the uptake has been really, really amazing. Right now we are 70% sold.
Is it because of the luxury finishes?
It's the luxury finishes, plus also the additional benefits due to the technology. The coolness in the room, the soundproofing. So that really is actually what is very appealing to the customers. So these units are actually moving very well.
Wow. This is the lounge. Let's see the kitchen.
This is the lounge. Welcome to the kitchen. This is a breakfast counter, and this is our premium unit. For people buying early, they actually get to customize how high they want this counter to be. So this is actually customizable based on how somebody wants to fit it in. Please come right in.
The kitchen provides everything.
Yes. This is actually a La Casa designer kitchen. We have provided almost anything that somebody would want in a kitchen.
Enough sockets?
Enough sockets. We have ample sockets. Right from the breakfast counter there. So this space fits a 6-burner cooker. The gas cylinder will actually be put outside for safety. Wow. So we'll have a provision where that will be installed outside. Okay. Yeah. We have ample high shelves, the drawers. We have a kitchen rack right there. And behind us, we have a really nice, beautiful sink.
Stainless steel?
Stainless steel with a provision where you put the knives just within reach when you're working in the kitchen. We have a small dustbin there so that when you're doing your cutting and all that, you actually get to, yeah. So here you actually get to put all the rubbish there. Then when it's done, you empty it outside. So this unit, you can see, is actually a luxury unit. Through that door, we actually have the Dobby area with a provision for a washing machine on the outside and a place for hanging a light wash. Okay. Yes. You can see this space is enough to put an even larger fridge. Above here, we've actually made sure that the space is enough to put a hood, for should somebody want to have that. Yes. You can see the tile work, the ground to ceiling tiles. It's really a designer kitchen.
It is a very nice apartment.
Yes.
And you've also provided a lot of space.
Yes. Yeah. This unit is 93 square meters. Wow. It's huge.
People who are buying this unit, have they had any challenges getting mortgages? Because people say alternative building technology, banks do not finance them.
Actually, you'll be surprised. That has not even come up.
So people have been able to get mortgages. Across the banks?
Across the banks.
Wow.
Let me show you the rest of the house. So Nancy, this is the common area. We have our bathroom here, and we have our toilet here. Each of these units come with a solar water heating system, and you can see the kind of finishes we have. The floor to ceiling tiling, very well done.
And what about water, security, and sewer? What's your position?
Okay. For water, we actually have a huge underground tank, 110,000 liters, just for this phase only. So, and we'll supply that with 3 lines of water, 2 borehole lines and 1 city council line. So water will never be an issue at La Casa luxury apartments. The other thing for security, we'll actually have CCTV cameras right in the common areas and in the compound and the parking area. We'll have electric fencing. The police station is actually just 150 meters away from here. Yeah, we'll have the manned gates. So security also, we feel we've actually thought of everything. So this is the first bedroom. I'd like to show you the master bedroom on this side.
Wow.
So Nancy, this is the La Casa master bedroom. You can see the space in the room. Yes. Yeah? It's master and suite behind us here. Look at the sufficient cabinetry in this area. Just look at the electrical fittings we have here. This is just the place for the king and queen to retire every evening.
Wow. It's actually very beautiful. Congratulations. It's a beautiful project.
Thank you very much. So Nancy, you've seen the house. So I'd just like to add something. Why somebody should actually consider looking at this. If it's for investment or for living in, you can see this place is a place to call home. But especially for investment, there's a lot of infrastructural developments coming up around this area. The returns on this project will actually be very high for investors.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
Indeed, alternative building technology is spearheading the changing face of construction. La Casa Luxury Apartments offer space, security, style, and of course, affordability. Limited National Housing Corporation, a trusted partner in the real estate sector, providing decent homes and one-of-a-kind tenant purchase schemes that you'll find very interesting. Come with me.
The National Housing Corporation is a state-owned institution that develops decent and affordable housing. The National Housing Corporation has put in place a program of facilitating interested people or institutions to help realize the current objective of building. The National Housing Corporation offers tenant purchase housing schemes, rental houses, houses for outright sales, rural and pre-urban housing loans, site and services schemes, undertaking project management, as well as provision of estate management services. The National Housing Corporation benefits and caters to all Kenyans.
The conversation on alternative building solutions, the next frontier, continues. Today we are at National Housing Corporation. Let's hear their plan to develop decent and affordable housing for all Kenyans. Karibu sana on the show, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Nancy.
What exactly is the mandate for National Housing Corporation, and who benefits? Is it all Kenyans or only people working in the government offices?
The mandate for National Housing Corporation is to provide houses for Kenya. And we execute government policy on housing, so we implement it. As far as NHC is concerned, we provide houses for all Kenyans.
Talk to us about the tenant purchase.
Tenant purchase is simply a rent to buy product that we can offer as National Housing Corporation. Under the setup of tenant purchase, a customer will come to NHC and they will pay a deposit. And usually the deposit is 10% of the value of the house. And then you will go through the eligibility process. We'd want to see, are you fully eligible for this thing, all right? If you meet the criteria, then a house will be allocated to you. Now, that house will be allocated to you and you'll pay it over 18 years. And the interest rate, as we speak at the moment, has been at 13%, and that is on a reducing balance. The house remains NHC's, okay? And that is why it is called a tenant purchase scheme. A tenant purchase scheme simply means that you will be paying rent, but that rent goes towards your owning of the house. The rent that you pay for that house may be slightly higher than the equivalent house at the moment. But in a span of about 5 years, the equivalent rent for that house will be overtaken. Now, that house belongs to NHC until the point at which you have fully paid for it, and then the ownership is transferred to you.
We shift gears and take a closer look at interlocking brick technology with the potential to close the housing gap in Kenya as we capture questions raised. Let's hear from an expert.
Interlocking bricks reduce the amount of material required to make the block without compromising on its strength and stability. The structural stability and durability of interlocking blocks is much greater than that which is offered by timber construction. Another benefit is that, unlike timber, interlocking blocks are immune to termite and other insect damage.
In regards to Vision 2030, one of the agendas is affordable living for all Kenyans. Interlocking blocks comes in as an alternative method for offering low-cost housing to the different kinds of environments in the country. Using a skilled technician operating at optimum capacity The production of interlocking blocks per day using one machine is 400 blocks a day. There are different kinds of interlocking blocks. There are sand-based, soil-based, and clay-based. But for the clay-based, you'll have to use a kiln to heat so that you can stabilize, because you do not use sand nor cement. But these interlocking blocks use sand, cement, and the soil. The machine used to create interlocking blocks is originally from Makinga Industries, and they have designed the machine in that the grooves are already in the machine. Once you fill up the machine with soil and the mixture that you've done of the ratio that is approved and press, it is done manually because the blocks are quite small. Thus the compressive strength of a person can only manage one block at a time, thus producing the 400 in a day. Quality assurance in interlocking blocks is key. Thus you'll have to generate several ratios and produce the blocks so that you can test and see if the block is hard enough after the 14 to 21 days of curing. After that, you can decide on which ratio is workable. And this is done by hacking the block by the panga in the middle. Thus, you'll determine the compressive strength. Interlocking stabilized soil blocks save on costs, save on time, and provide a good finish as good as the normal stones. And the house is durable and very aesthetically appealing when done right and done using a professional.
Are you an aspiring homeowner? Explore all options, from alternative building solutions to affordable tenant mortgage schemes. We have something for everyone. Next, we check out highlights of the Orange Hockey team.
Orange continues to grow its database through sponsorship programs set to empower mainly the youth by nurturing talents and ensuring connectivity at all times. Orange has sponsored the Telkom Orange Ladies Hockey team to participate in various leagues. The popularity of the girls has grown and expanded to sign individual players along with competent technical bench. The team has been on a winning streak in the national championship, earning the Kenya Hockey Union National Women's League title champions in a row.
Orange has provided me with the kits, that is helmet, chest guards and kickers, and both the stick and gloves. I use Orange to call, to transfer money, data, and the customer relation is very good. First of all, I would like to thank them for the support they have been giving us, and I would like them to continue supporting us, and I promise to continue winning.
Some of the products that has enabled me for effective communication are the Orange Kaduda phone, data bundles for Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, and the Orange modem. And if you really want to join Orange, you have to be disciplined, determined, and a team worker.
For the past 4 years, the Orange Hockey team has been the defending champions in the Women's National League, as well as Africa Cup of Champions. Join the Orange family as they transform the nation. Imagine your home opening doors for your guests when you're away, or turning on lights before you arrive. Let's hear more about smart homes on our next segment.
When it comes to security of lives and property, every minute counts. Smart Homes technology provides security, supervision, and convenience for your home by automating and providing instant communication with homeowners and emergency services. With the development of IT, you can now control every single home appliance with a smartphone, like your lighting, TV, music systems, cooling systems, among others, thus improving our day-to-day lives. The technology also has the ability to supervise the control of home appliances from the touch of a button, either remotely or locally. You could use one single SMS to remotely shut down appliances in case this was left unattended. Your house can respond to you with a detailed status of what devices are on, how many people are in the home at any given point, and also what your energy consumption has been.
This is what we call a smart doorbell. Once I ring this bell, it will actually ring on my phone. And what that means is that when you have a guest coming to your house, even if you're not home, once they ring on this bell, you get an alert on your phone and you can give them access to get into the building. So I ring the bell.
Calling now. Wait a moment, please.
And now you can see my phone is ringing. I'm going to pick up from here and I will open the door from here. So I'm putting in the password to open the door.
Door lock is open.
And now the door lock is open, we can go into the building. So now I'm going to show you how you can actually control the entire home using the phone. A camera system, that is it. That is actually us here, and I can pan it or move it. You can move. Okay, so the lights comes on, and once you close the door, the light actually goes off.
Smart homes technology is all about peace of mind, connectivity, comfort and convenience, transforming your home with just the touch of a button. Get in touch with us and enjoy the benefits of digital living. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back after a short break with electricity upgrade, a selection of other properties, and a homeowner sharing his journey on how he built a dream home from his SACCO savings. Welcome back. Now, let's switch on the electricity grid in Machakos County.
The quality of power supply to the residents of Machakos County is set to greatly improve following a massive exercise to rehabilitate the power equipment and network serving the area. The project involves the construction of new power lines, extension of existing ones, as well as rehabilitation of transformers serving the region.
The shareholders are fairly excited about the potential opportunities lying ahead of us. One is continue to maintain the existing infrastructure, because from the shareholders' point of view, that already is the existing investment, and so we want to improve the value of that investment by continuing to maintain the network. And of course, as we maintain the network, we'll be able to provide quality service to our customers in terms of power reliability. And so that is the one area of focus. The second area of focus is to continue to expand capacity of the network, to create flexibility, and to extend the network to destinations where the power is not available. And so there are quite a number of projects that we are looking at the moment. We have 252 projects in the pipeline of implementation beyond tendering, worth 119 billion Kenya shillings. And so that's another major area of focus. And I want to pay specific attention to these particular projects. We intend to achieve two objectives. One, of course, to be able to make the network more robust. And two, to create flexibility. We have had shareholders talk about outages in some areas. And those outages sometimes arise because of planned maintenance. And because the network is rigid, as we speak today, they don't have adequate redundancy for us to switch off certain lines for maintenance and supply customers through others. These projects are meant to provide that. And so besides providing a robust distribution network, we also want to create redundancy so that whenever we have a challenge on one, we can be able to switch off that for maintenance and still continue without interrupting customers. So that's a second specific area of focus. The third specific area of focus is a loss reduction program. For a long time, losses were managed in different functions. We have now consolidated that particular function under one division, business strategy, and we have a manager responsible for it. We shall be measuring losses by feeder, by region, and by county, and so that every specific feeder, substations, etc., are metered to make sure that we contain those losses. And of course, the last specific area of focus is connectivity. You saw that by the close of the financial year we are discussing, we had raised access from 37% to 47%. And as we speak today, we have actually moved on. We are now doing 52%. And so access in the country is moved up. We now have 4.2 million customers, which means that between March 2013 and now, we have connected an additional 2 million customers. And our plans are that together with the government, we want to raise access to 70% by 2017, and of course achieve universal access by 2020, 10 years before Vision 2030. And we even think, with the support we are seeing from government through the last mile, which is primarily to enhance access, the government has borrowed money from bilateral organizations, including donor agencies like the World Bank. African Development Bank has given the government money under Phase 1 to the tune of 13.5 billion shillings. And that money is meant to be utilized under this project. Under Phase 1, we shall be connecting 314 households. Each household has 5.5 people. And so we expect to have 1.5 million Kenyans have access by that time. And under Phase 2, we shall do the same thing.
As an investor or a developer, there are many things you have to consider as you embark on your development project. One such critical and important thing is power. As you make plans for your development, it is important that you approach Kenya Power at the earliest stage possible. This will guarantee that as your development project proceeds, your plans for power are also ongoing. And with an additional 5,000 megawatts of electricity being injected into the power grid, you can be guaranteed that power costs are definitely coming down. Plan for power as you embark on your development project.
Reduced power outages have helped improve our economy. Visit Kenya Power offices and get connected. Last week, we saw MABATI Rolling Mills launching a new roofing tile that has a prolonged life and is environmentally friendly. Here is how the launch went down.
MABATI Rolling Mills launched a new line of roofing products in the market. The launch was attended by key real estate developers and industry players, including architects, engineers, among others. MRM implemented the aluminium zinc technology in Africa and produces zinc-coated and pre-painted steel coils and sheets, as well as other roofing accessories. Found locally, MABATI Rolling Mills has all solutions in roofing matters.
On behalf of MABATI Rolling Mills, which is a part of a multinational called Safal Group, I would like to welcome all of you. As you are aware that MABATI Rolling Mills is a pioneer company in Kenya. Indeed, I would say that Safal Group is the only multinational of Kenya because we are in 13 countries. Today's event is organized to thank all of you people. The people who are the stakeholders, the contractors, architects, engineers, distributors, and many, many more. County government people, all the officials who have been supporting the quality brand called MABATI Rolling Mills and our brand names called Dumuzes and Gelchit Resin Co. I always say in my speech that each and every individual in the life has a right to live a better life. And MABATI Rolling Mills truly follows that philosophy. We are not stick to the Kawaida Dumuzes or the Kawaida Mabatis. We have gone ahead and now we have introduced versatile, oriental, elegantile, and even the stone coat Mabatis in the market.
Lifestyle means having access to the products that make your life easier. Products that change the way we perceive what we can achieve. And MABATI Rolling Mills gives us the ideal product line to make our lives easier, better, and in essence, sexier. It's true.
At MABATI Rolling Mills, you'll find high-quality roofing tiles that are beautiful, durable, and eco-friendly. Imagine getting softer and cheaper loans from your SACCO to build a home. Today, another homeowner takes us through his success story. Did you know, by being a member of a SACCO, you can get softer and cheaper loans to build a home? Today, another homeowner takes us through his journey of building a home on his savings. Karibu sana on the show, and thank you for having us in your home.
Thank you, Nancy.
And who is James?
James Juki is a proud property owner, a husband, a dad, and a career man working for one of the leading insurance brokers in the Kenyan market.
In your own words, how do you view the property market today?
Let me say the property market is vibrant. However, it's riddled with a lot of myths. But I'm so glad that the property show has demystified this big mammoth that people have always thought about property ownership.
Building your home, what were the challenges in working with the professionals, and how did you navigate finances?
I was privileged to be a friend to one of the contractors whom I had known for some time. I took time to discuss with him and have conversations that led to me understanding how the construction industry works. And after my engagement with him, I was able to identify an architect who was actually able to draw a drawing where I made a lot of contributions in terms of the kind of structure that I would want. And after that, and I was satisfied with the kind of drawings, I was able to go back to the architect who was able to relook through that drawing and was satisfied also that this is a drawing and a structure that will actually be able to meet my specification. After that, I was able to get introduced to a gentleman who was able also to come up with a bill of quantities, and through the discussion again with the contractor whom I wanted to engage, he was also able to realize that the finances that I had could be able to make me start off a structure from that bit.
How did you navigate finances? Because building a house is not cheap. Where did you begin?
Yes, Nancy, it's true. The mystery of finances is quite a big nightmare to many homeowners. One of the things that I realized, and this is something, a culture that I actually developed right from my high school times, was that the saving culture. With the saving culture, I was able to put aside quite some bit of my money that I was actually earning through my employer. And over and above that again, I was very privileged that the employer whom I work for has a very solid SACCO society that had been established. And from there, I was able to actually put up quite some savings on my side. And about that, Grace, my wife, she also had a similar outfit with her employer, and we were able to save some little bit of money for almost 1 to 2 years. And out of that, we were actually ready to start off owning our home.
So did you take a mortgage, or you just took a loan from the SACCO?
I only took up a SACCO loan.
Wow, wow. So in your own experience, should I consider going to a SACCO, or should I consider going to get a mortgage? What would you recommend?
Nancy, I can even say it again, SACCO all the time. Wow. I've always had engagements even with the banks. There are quite a number of laborious processes and procedures that sometimes make a clientele feel quite belittled when they are coming along to seek for a mortgage. My request would be, I know it's also a good avenue to access capital, but as we start now, I would always request that those that are offering mortgages should be able to reduce this laborious exercise, and most people will actually also realize that over and above the circles that I've actually recommended, it's also ideal to seek for finances from the banks.
How easy is it to get into a circle or to join a circle?
One of the things actually I'll tell Kenyans, joining a circle is one of the easiest things that you can think about. You only need to identify the various circles that are in this country, and you only need to be over 18, you hold a national ID card, and you've got some source of income, be it in business or be it in your employer, and as long as you're able to commit yourself to making a monthly payment or a quarterly payment based on your levels of income, then automatically almost every circle in this particular republic will be open to actually subscribing to their membership.
Maybe you should familiarize us with acquiring a loan from a circle.
To acquire a loan from a circle, you only require only one particular thing in your mind. You need to have been a constant saver with this circle society for a period of about 6 months. Then from there, you automatically qualify for a loan of 3 times your savings. And the beauty about these savings is that when it comes into a time of repayment of your loan, the loan repayments actually are normally on reducing balances, meaning you do not get penalized for the loan amount that you picked up at the initial stages. As your loan reduces, your loan repayment amounts go reducing.
Somebody out there is wondering, I'm a man, I know I can do this, but I'm just scared. What would you advise them?
What I can tell our men out there is that let us go for it. You just start where you are, and key to your word, ensure that you have a saving culture. From the little savings that you have, you realize that you start a journey of 1,000 miles actually starts in one step.
Yeah.
So don't get scared that our property business is for the high end. You start where you are. Be a man of your word and keep your word. Ensure that you have a saving culture within you, and you'll be surprised how far that can take you.
Thank you, James, and thank you for opening your home. And I must say, it's a beautiful home. What I can actually add to what you've said is that you are very lucky, because a lot of people who have used their friends, it's been another story. And we've heard it from many people, so I must say that you are very lucky. And thank you for having us.
Thank you, Nancy.
Call on us if you'd like to share your home ownership journey and encourage someone else to take the leap. Looking for your dream home? Next, you'll see a selection of investment opportunities available in the market.
Tree Park is a residential and commercial development of 364 housing units built in 4 phases. The first 3 phases have been completed and sold out. The last and final phase is currently on sale. It has 100 units of 3-bedroom apartments, each having an average plinth area of 85 square meters. Designed to enhance community living, each unit is cozy and boasts of high-quality finishes with modern fittings, a place you can call home. Accommodation includes spacious lounge with bay windows, open-plan kitchen with granite countertops, 2-bedroom share a common bathroom, guest unit ensuite, utility area, built-in wardrobes, and built-in ports for DSTV. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fencing, overhead tanks, landscaped gardens, cover-paved roads, ample parking, street lighting, rainwater harvesting, and commercial center. For this prime property, the price guide is 4.5 million Kenya shillings. As an investment, the current rental income is 25,000 Kenya shillings per month. Fourways Junction is a development comprising of starter homes, villas and apartments of 2, 3 and 4 bedrooms built in a serene and quiet environment. The units are categorized into Lynx starter homes, hibiscus, lilac and iris courts beautifully designed for convenient living. The villas range from 147 square meters to 205 square meters, and the apartments range from 73 square meters to 148 square meters. The starter homes range from 56 to 84 square meters. Accommodation includes lounge with fireplace opening to a veranda, separate dining, guest room, visitor's cloakroom, modern kitchen, doby area, detached servants' quarter. The upper level accommodates 3 bedrooms master ensuite and 2 sharing a bath, laminated wooden floors, large windows to allow in natural light, high ceiling and wrought iron. Salient features include electric fencing, 24-hour security, lovely gardens, solar water heating, borehole, sewer, exterior lighting, garbage disposal, intercom facilities to each villa from gatehouse, cabro-paved pathways, children's playground, clubhouse, swimming pool, overhead and underground tanks, commercial area and jogging track. 4-bedroom villas range from 24.8 million Kenya shillings to 29.5 million Kenya shillings, with an investment return of 120,000 to 150,000 Kenya shillings per month. 3-bed villa goes for 22.9 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 100,000 Kenya shillings per month. For the apartments, 2-bedroom range from 8.9 million Kenya shillings to 10.6 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 45,000 Kenya shillings per month. 3-bedroom apartments range from 11.3 million Kenya shillings to 13.3 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 65,000 Kenya shillings per month. The 4-bedroom apartments go for 14.7 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 75,000 Kenya shillings per month. The Lynx starter homes 2-bedroom apartments range from 5.5 million Kenya shillings to 6.7 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 40,000 Kenya shillings to 55,000 Kenya shillings per month. And the 3-bedroom go for 7.9 million Kenya shillings with an investment return of 60,000 Kenya shillings per month. Are you a developer looking to develop land? Look no farther than Katani Plots. This is a 50-acre service piece of land located opposite Brighton International School and Katani High School in Katani area, approximately 9.5 kilometers off Mombasa Road along Katani-Syokimau Road. The parcel is fully serviced with an additional advantage of a seasonal river flowing next to the plot. It is also well served by schools and Katani Market and Utawala Shopping Center just 5 kilometers from this site. The price guide for this land is 15 million Kenya shillings per acre.
At First Avenue, you can now find your dream home and investment options to choose from. Call on us and we'll be glad to take you through our listing. We arrange private viewing too. Have you registered for our upcoming bus tour? Join us as we tour prime properties in various locations. Our legal and financial experts will be at hand to answer all your questions. Book now and don't miss a chance. Thank you for watching, and remember, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.